Hi. Let's see, hopefully people are here. Hi, and welcome to 2KGrey, an inside look with me, Meryl Lynn. I'm so excited to be here with all of you tonight and to talk about the creation of the world's most comfortable and stylish breech, which I had the pleasure in helping to design. So tonight, I'll be live with 2KGrey's digital marketing manager, Jordan Manfredi. And what she'll do is she'll be posting cues for me to answer in the comments section. And I'll answer it, and then we'll go from there. And finally, oh yes, I'd also love to hear all of your questions. So if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. And then once Jordan and I are done with the Q&A, we will I'll answer your questions. And finally, if you are watching this not live, then you can post the cues and I will answer them at a different time pretty soon now. Okay, so let's get started. I see my glasses create some glare. Sorry about that, but I'll do my best to keep my head down. Okay, I'm ready. Aha, got my first question. Okay, so the first question is, tell us about yourself and how you got started in fashion design. So, okay. So I was the kid who always loved fashion. And the kid, and like, you know how you have certain vivid memories that you never forget. I was the one in 4th grade who wore the purple crushed velvet hot pants to school in the 70s. And my mom got a call from the teacher about that. But, you know, to me, they were just like so awesome. And I was always drawing, always working on, you know, fashion ideas. And when I went to college, I went to School of Visual Arts. And I went for actually fine art, but I still had that passion for fashion, as corny as that sounds. So I got a job at a company called Cricket Lane, and we made women's sportswear, and I worked for them for a little while, and then I started working. I actually, over the course of my career, I have worked from brands like Victoria's Secret, which was super fun, to companies that made, and this is always kind of a funny thing to say, but I made some of those really ugly Christmas sweaters that the 20-somethings now wear ironically, and everything in between, from, you know, sportswear to juniors, dresses, you name it. And I've also really been lucky enough to get to teach. I love teaching, and I've taught fashion at Parsons of Project Runway fame, FIT, of course, Fashion Institute of Technology, and also Kent State University has a fabulous fashion program, and they have a studio here in New York, so I get to teach there, and I utterly love it. Okay, so let's see, the next question. Why did you want to create the 2KGrey breech, and what was the goal behind the line and the inspiration? Okay, so I want to start by saying that I was not the original creator of the 2KGrey breech. I am not an equestrian woman. I'm a fashion woman, although I did wear this just because it's the one piece I have that I got at a horse show. So the original creators and founders of the company were Chris Pinto and Karen Lynn. And Chris and Karen met because Karen was Chris's trainer. Chris is an incredible creative entrepreneur who started Moxie Media. And she's also, forgive me, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to get this wrong. She's also a medal winner of adult amateur dressage. And then Karen is a competitive dressage rider. She's a champion, international champion. So the two of them got together. And what happened was they really wanted breeches that were really more fashion forward than what you all know about. And they started taking their jeans and adding knee patches to them. And of course, other women saw them and wanted them. And so the spark of a business is born. Then they had the idea, but neither one of them had the fashion background, although they're extraordinary fashionistas themselves. But I came into the picture because I had the fashion background, and I've helped other brands launch, and I've worked with other brands to create lines. So they came to me, and that's how I got started in the company. And together we created this incredible package of breeches. Okay, let's see. Question 3. Why is it so important for a woman to design for other women? Well, I truly have a lot of reasons for loving this question. So first, women, we know our bodies really well. We know the things that we want to accentuate and the things that we want to hide. And no matter how hard we work on ourselves, we all have those things that we want to hide. So when a woman's designing for another woman, she's aware of these things. And we thought about that when we built the breech, we thought about that when we thought about the fit, and we worked really hard to hide what women might call their imperfections. And then, personally, for me, on a global level in the world right now, it's really important, I believe, for women to run businesses, for women to own businesses, for women to hire other women, and for women to lead. And I love being part of a company where women lead. So, yes. Okay, let's see. And I feel like I'm moving too fast. Can you tell us some of the unique features within the 2KGrey breech line? Okay, so I started to mention that in the last question, and we really, really took fit seriously, because all of you know that when you put on a pair of pants, and particularly jeans, since we really started this, like it's breeches, but we called it like a riding jean, you want your jeans to fit right, and you want your butt to be accentuated and look good. And so we spent almost 2 years working on the fit. That was really, really, like I said, important for us. And we wanted to be able to fit as many women as possible, which is not an easy task, but we tried it on models. We tried it on women. We had women ride. We really worked it. And our goal was that it hugged women's curves in all the right places, accentuated their curves, and so women could feel really good in it. Another unique feature is the fabric. It's super comfortable. If any of you have worn them already, you know that they just feel like, you know, the pants you could wear them all the time, and they stretch really well, and they also come back. So there's like no sagging and bagging, and that was really important for us. And then the other thing is, of course, we wanted these breeches to go from the stable to the street. So, as I mentioned, you know, this is not my world originally, but I really got it when we spoke to riders, and they said they liked a pair of breeches that, you know, they could walk out of the barn with, and not everybody saying, "Oh, you just came from the barn," or "You just were riding." They look like you could wear them anywhere. And as someone who doesn't ride, I wear them everywhere. And so we created something that's kind of more global than just a pair of pants that you wear to ride on. And the idea of multi-use really appealed to me as a fashion designer. And then the other thing that I think is super, super unique about ours is the bling, because we really, really push the barriers. And I know that's the next question, so I'm going to sort of segue into that at the same time I answer this question. Was we wanted something fun, we wanted something modern, we wanted something that women didn't have in the riding arena before. And we know sometimes we might have taken a little step too far, but then, you know, you can always go back. And I also just want to address something when it comes to the bling, because there were some questions and concerns that the bling might scratch the saddle. And we tested that, and we worked on that, and we worked on the placement so that it is not something you need to worry about. So hopefully you'll all feel confident wearing your 2KGreys and riding and having a good time. And let's see. Okay. And I think that I would say that's probably the main barrier we broke through, is that, again, about the bling, and also that you know, I'm going to go back to the unique features, because I really think these two things go together, which is that before 2KGrey, there wasn't a riding jean that really was upscale, fit well, had great design features, and then you can wear them, you know, inside the barn or out. So I think that's like one of the ways that we push the barrier the most. And then, of course, there's our cool jackets, which really push the barrier. The little, oops, see, I'm pointing, there we go. So I'm backwards here. So our little lace up was something that is, you know, it hasn't been done before. And I love that jacket personally. Okay, so the next thing is, what's the best piece of advice for anyone looking to get into fashion design for equestrian? So I love this question. And as a person in fashion, I get these kind of questions all the time. And I'm going to answer the question more generally than regarding equestrian fashion, because equestrian's a niche market. It's global. It's huge. But as far as the amount of design jobs, they're not, you know, there's probably not as many, there aren't as many as there would be in other fashion areas. So what I would recommend is, if this is what you want to be part of, is to study fashion, to go to school for fashion if you can, and to really look at fashion from, you know, from historical point to now, and really know what ins and outs of all parts of fashion. And I don't just say design either, because you need to be a designer, and I teach designers, so this is the same kind of advice I would give my students. You need to know the whole business. You're really so much better at your job if you understand the business of fashion as much as you understand design. You need to know what you can make, what it's going to cost. You need to know how you can merchandise it, where you can sell it, who your customer is, and it gets, you know, where you can source goods, what the turn time is. I'm a little wonky about this stuff, but the more you know about that, the more you'll be desirable if you decide to kind of narrow your focus into the equestrian world. And that's why someone like me who wasn't from this world was able to jump in, because I had all that other background, and then I took it and I narrowed it into an equestrian focus, and I studied that, and I went to a lot of horse shows. I've been to a lot of horse shows. So, so yeah, that's important. And also, you know, I'll just say this too, if you love it and it's your desire, then don't let anybody stop you. And then the next question, the worst piece of advice for fashion. What's the worst piece of advice? I think the worst piece of advice would be if someone tells you don't pursue your dreams, and that relates to fashion or anything else. If it's what you really want, be patient with yourself and don't let anyone else stop you. So I'd say that is my word. That would be the worst piece of advice. And then finally, how can we connect with me further? So, well, first of all, you'll post questions here, I hope, afterwards. And you can also, you can direct message me and ask me anything you'd like. I'd love to talk to people who are customers. I'd love to hear what you all think of the brand and any questions that you have about the brand or any comments, thoughts. It's really important for us to be in touch with the people who ride. That's, I think, one of the things that makes, I'm going to go back to unique, but like we really talk to our customers a lot. So yeah, so that's how you can get in touch with me. And I think, is that all the questions, Jordan? I think so. Okay, we moved through that quickly. See, I'm a New Yorker. I talk fast, and I hope I didn't do that too fast. And if I missed any details, Jordan, throw them in the questions. And if anybody else has any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comments section. If not now, after the broadcast, and I'll be checking back. I really look forward to hearing from all of you. So anything? Aha. Let's see. From Heidi Caldwell, is print advertising something you do for 2KGrey? We have, yes. We've done both print advertising and editorial. And we've had a lot of editorial. We've been very lucky. I'm not the person who works on that at this point. When I first, you know, when the company was first beginning, you wear many hats, so I did. But right now, I'm not that person. Jordan might be able to give more information. Is there more you want to know about that? Okay, if not, anybody else? Any other questions? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Ari. Wait a minute. Oh, thank you, Ariana. That's so nice. And then Heidi again is asking, is it successful for you? Excuse me. We're doing well, so I guess so. We're pretty excited about it. Yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions? I'll give it another minute. And just so you see, I wish the lighting was better, but I'm at my desk in my studio, but we have some of the breeches behind us, and the USA, which was one of my favorites, the Ava, the Avatar. I'm just going to do something because we have a minute. Just one more thing. This is one we did a very short run of, but it was so fun. This was like a little sugar skull. So that was one from a few years ago. But we're, you know, oh my gosh, I just gave away my pajamas. I'm embarrassed, but okay. See, I'm gorgeous from the waist up and in my pajamas from the waist down, and now I just gave it away. All right, so let's see. Anything else? Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Ariana. And thank you, Jordan. I guess we're done for now, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much for coming. I really, really appreciated this.